Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com. And I want to talk about politics. And the thing is, I'll say, I'm not the quickest guy around. And it's finally dawned on me that I play a lot of politics. And I never realized it. I've always said I don't play politics. Just tell me what you want and we'll work it out, whatever it is. Okay. Now, that I always thought that was being honest and upfront. But there's times that you do play politics, and it's odd. Like I say, I've made most of my money from restaurants. I've owned restaurants, and it's when it got to the point where there was so much regulation, they were telling me everything to do. Then that's when that was it. I left the country, and that was in '03. And matter of fact, my last, it was nice, big, fancy. Well, it was I call it a restaurant, but it was a roadhouse kind of place. And there was dancing, drinking. We had two bars in there, uh, steakhouse, and Polynesian food. And one of the things that, for me to hire someone as a server there, they have to, uh, and I didn't realize it at the time, but what they have to do is politics. And that's what I would do is I would teach them how to please the customer. And this is something, and their job is to please the customer so they get a better tip. Their job is to please the customer so they come back so I make more money. And this is something, um, and this is why I say I enjoy making money. Uh, Not so, and it's not like I make money all the time. And like I say, I've been going through a big dry spell now. This virus thing has just ripped me apart. Uh, but the thing the reason I mention this is the now everybody is playing politics now. If I had a restaurant now, and like I said, I would have kept the thing running. I'm, now at first I would watch out how I'm doing it, but now, hey, this stuff's crazy now, so I'd open up the doors, let everybody come on in. But the thing is, to try to get employees now, now what the government is doing, they're selecting which businesses are successful and which ones will be closed up. I would be closed up right now. I mean, they've gone so far. But the thing is, now what would happen now? The people that are servers and workers like me, uh, why would you work when you are collecting unemployment, and unemployment is now more than what you were making when you were working, so you're not going to work. I mean, it's much more free, and you're playing the politics when you do this. And I'm making more money when I'm sitting home. Why would I go to work? You're playing politics with me. And that's the thing that's going on now. So that's why these small businesses are going to be closing left and right. There's just no way they can. They're making it so we can't get workers. We can't have servers. And the thing is, I'm not sure. And then what they do, $2 trillion they put up to stimulate. And I'm wondering how much of this are they, uh, okay, you get your stimulus money. Now, now what? Are you stimulating? You know what I mean? Yeah, you're stimulating the ones that are still open. And like I say, they're going to be making it. They're going to be getting rid of the small business. They're doing it on purpose. The reason is on small business, you can make money. You really can with small business. That's why you see all these people that have small businesses. Now, but small businesses are they close up also because they always don't make money. And what they're doing now is they're eliminating the small business because the big businesses can do the regulations. I know one of the things that they did, and what I didn't do it, and you're supposed to all your servers collect their their tips, and then every day you keep track of how much money they make, and then that's what you turn in your employees' income. I didn't do that. It's none of my business how much you make. I mean, it's a tip, so you're making the tip. So I'm not going to use that as your wages, even though that you are, I know. Because I'm trying to remember how much, but I think we paid between $10 and $15 a night for working. And so, well, you're not going to make much money on that. Well, that's not where you make your money. Your money is made on the tips, in which I didn't care how much you made, but I wanted you to make a lot. Now, that's where I did care. If you weren't making a lot, you're doing something wrong. And that's my job, is to find out what you're doing wrong and get it corrected so then you can make more, because you're pleasing people well when they're tipping you well. But when you have to report these tips, now, it's not a good thing. And I'm not going to do it. And I didn't do it. And so small businesses can get away with this stuff. The big businesses don't. All your chains and stuff, they keep track of how much everybody's making. And they report all this kind of stuff. And this makes it so then you are dependent on these 401ks and, retirement things and all this stuff. You're dependent on these things. Why? They've taken that responsibility off of you. When they're taking they know exactly how much money you're making, and they're gonna handle that money for you for your retirement. And this is a really not a good thing. And like I say, so now people aren't going to work because they can make more by not working. So, and it's going to be on their small businesses are the ones that are going to really be hurt on this kind of stuff. Big businesses, well, look at McDonald's. You know what? They're starting to use more machines doing this stuff, and so they're able to control the labor much better. Walmart, look at them; they do the same thing. They're able to control their labor more and be able to, and you don't get rich off of this stuff. I mean, this is, they're able to hold you down. Once they know how much you have, they can control how much you can do, and that's a bad thing. That's why everybody goes to work for big companies. Big companies, they can pay more, they can do more, and I think eventually it's all going to be going into the big companies. I say now, my place was very unique. I mean, how many big businesses you know of that do liquor, steaks, dancing, and like I say, we had two bars. One was a really fancy Polynesian bar, and the other side was another bar, and it was a cowboy type bar. And so, I mean, this is something that you can't be done in small business and big businesses. Only small businesses can do it. So small businesses are going to have to look for their niche and make them work. And it's going to be hard to do when you can't get the employees motivated to help you uh, do good. I mean, how? They have to do good. I tell you, my employees, they were buying new cars, they were, upgrading their lives, they were doing really well. I chose not to. I That's why I went to the gold and silver because, like I say, I've already in the past I played the game about trying to work in the system when I saw how the system it's a political system also, and because you have to do this. If you don't do this, they issue the the licenses, the permits, and stuff like that. And if you don't do things right, well, they won't give you the license, so they'll put you out of business. And then they can go on even further. They can fine you, and then they can use force. I mean, these are all tactics used when playing politics, and that's why I'm in the force business, I'm in the health business, and like I say, it's all these are the things that they can get you. Like right now, the pandemic, they're trying to get you with the health. The the people who don't understand the health don't understand. You stay healthy, you don't have to worry about this kind of stuff. And then now, well, are they going to make everybody carry a gun? So then, you know, for me, I'm happy with that. I wish everybody would carry a gun. But like I say, uh, I know force, and it's not so much I have to shoot everybody, but like I say, carrying a gun makes a difference, and knowing how to use the gun. And same thing when they're using the guns against us, you need to understand how all that stuff works. And all this is all political stuff. They're they're manipulating you, making you do things politically by political science. I think they call that is they're figuring out how to manipulate people where they're happy to go along with this kind of stuff, and that's the stuff that I use the same tactics, and I never thought I did. This is Mike, no stress Mike.com.